Hi everyone, thanks for watching again. So today we are going to be learning about camouflage. So what is camouflage? Well, it's when an animal blends into where they live so other animals can't see them. So it helps them survive. Like we keep talking about, animals, they just want to survive and have their babies. Okay, so camouflage helps them do this. They blend into where they live so those predators can't spot them. And there's 4 main types of camouflage. So we have concealing coloration. This is when an animal hides itself against a background of the same colour. For example, animals that live in the Arctic would have white colouring to blend in with the snow. Then you've got disruptive coloration. This is when the animal has spots, stripes or patterns to break up their outline so it doesn't stick out against its background. Leopards, tigers and some fish often use this as camouflage. Disguise. This is when an animal blends in with their surroundings by looking like another object. Often insects use this. When they look like a leaf or part of a tree, it's like they're using a costume to hide from predators. Then we've got mimicry. This is when an animal looks like another dangerous, bad tasting, poisonous or venomous animal. They pretend to be what they're not. Some snakes, butterflies or moths use this type of camouflage. So today we are going to cover 2 of those camouflages, okay? Right now I'm going to talk to you about concealing. Now concealing is when an animal is the same colour as its background, okay? So they kind of hide against their background. It's a little bit like if you imagine a polar bear in the Arctic snow. You don't see them very easily. And a little bit like, okay, if you remember last week's video with Puff, the bearded dragon. Now where did he live? What was his habitat? The desert. Well done. And what colour was he? He was like this sandy brown colour. Amazing. So he is able to blend into the sand of the desert so other animals can't see him. Okay, now who are we going to meet then? We have got our friend Sydney. So Sydney is our tree frog, our Australian white tree frog. Now if I turn him round, he is this beautiful green colour, and these guys would live in the canopy layer of the rainforest. They are beautifully camouflaged. He can just stick to the leaves in the trees and he blends in. No predator is going to see him. Now, oh, he's jumpy today. Now what I was going to do is, my background here is a similar colour. So you can imagine if he was stuck here, which he may well do all by himself, he's going to blend in, he's going to camouflage, he's concealing himself really, really well. I mean, you can only really notice him if he moves and the fact that my hand is there. But other than that, he's blended in really, really well. So that's going to stop any predators, those animals that might want to eat him, spotting him. Okay, if I bring him a little bit closer as well, you can see the shape of his body is very leaf-like. So he can completely blend in to his surroundings. He's got his great big eyes open at the moment, but what he can do as well is close them, and that completely camouflages him. His toe is completely green, so no one's going to see him. He is pretty amazing. So now we're going to be talking about disruptive camouflage. So this is basically where an animal will have spots, lines, stripes, patterns on their body, and it's to help break up their body pattern against their background, so other animals can't spot them that easily. So if we imagine a herd of zebra, okay, so often people think, why have zebra got loads of stripes? They stick out really easily. But if they're all together, you can't tell whether there's 5, 10, 20, 40 in a group. So it really helps them to survive. A predator would look at them and go, whoa, okay, I can't tell if you're facing me, if you're facing away, if you're going left, right, where you begin, where you end. I'm just going to leave you alone. Okay, but if they split up and they're on their own, they're a really easy target. So they tend to stick together. So who are we going to meet today? Well, we have got our friend Spotty. So Spotty is our leopard gecko. Got his name because he's got all of these spots. Okay, so a great example of disruptive camouflage. Now these guys, they live in a habitat that's quite dry, rocky, they can live in grasslands, deserty areas, and his spots will help break up his body shape. So a predator is not going to be able to see him that easily. So if he's behind a load of bushes, a load of grasses, they're not going to stick out that much. So a predator is going to have a tricky time finding these guys. Okay, but if they do, we all know that super trick he's got, where he can drop his tail off his body. So that is a distraction. So if a predator did see him, then they're going to eat his tail. He's going to run off, do his camouflage thing, hide away and survive. So these guys are amazing. So I want to do a little test now. I'm going to show you some pictures. You've got to tell me what type of camouflage I am showing you. Are you ready? Let's go. So this is an Arctic fox. They've got white fur to help them blend into the snow so they can't be seen. So what type of camouflage do they use? Concealing coloration. Well done. So the zebra use their stripes to help break out their outline. This makes it really difficult for other animals such as lions to see them. So what would we call this camouflage? Disruptive. This is an adult white-tailed deer. Now they've got a reddish-brown coat in the summer which fades to a duller greyish-brown in the winter. Now their earthy tones help keep them hidden from predators. So which camouflage do they use? Concealing coloration. Now the raccoon butterfly uses its black and yellow patterns to make it hard for a predator to single out an individual in their group. So what camouflage is this called? Disruptive. Well done. And last one now. So a tiger, they use their stripes to break up their body shape so it's able to sneak up on its prey. So what would we call this camouflage? Disruptive coloration. Well done. So how did you get on? Well, on Thursday, we are going to be covering disguise and mimicry. So look forward to that one. Now, what I need to do now is a big shout out to Ella, William, Isaac, Henry and Phoebe for taking part in our mini beast challenge. Well, I say our, but Ella kind of set this up. Okay, so she decided she wanted to raise money for our animals. She's such a sweetheart. So what she did is a sponsored sleep out. So she slept out on her own in her garden and she raised over £200. Thank you so much, Ella. And then what she did, she's very clever. She nominated 5 of her friends and they all did their own challenges. So thank you so much, guys. What I'd like to do and what Ella would like you to do actually is don't wait to be nominated. Crack on now. So if you've got an idea for a challenge, go and do it. And yeah, if you want to nominate 5 of your friends, so you can help us generate some money towards our animal care fund as well. We'd be so, so grateful. I am actually going to be taking part in my own challenge. I'm not going to give any spoilers away now, but yeah, watch this space. A little bit nervous, but join in the mini beast challenge. I will give you more details below. Obviously you can use our crowdfunder page to put donations in, or you can set your own one up. No problem at all, but I will give details in the comments. So thank you so much to all of you guys getting involved. You've done an amazing job. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Bye.